热爱摩托车赛事的车迷绝对不可能不知道猴王 Rossi。那对于不熟悉这项运动的观众，他是谁？简单讲 ，Rossi 就是摩托车顶级赛事 MotoGP 的传奇。虽然他拿的年度车手冠军次数比同胞 Giacomo Agostini 少一次，但也是7度世界冠军，好吗？在与美国知名记者 Graham Bensinger 的访谈中，他提及了年轻时亲子关系的变化，相信会对很多与家长有摩擦的青少年有帮助。所以你如果问我说为何不叫 Rossi 来教育马路三宝，我只能说，如果三宝还有救的话，那就不配叫三宝了。Real Life Kaizen 将为大家把英语圈的生活改善新知，定期以超浓缩加划重点的形式制作成影片，供各位朋友参考及分享。您的支持是我持续做这个节目的动力。喜欢的话，请务必订阅、点赞、按小铃铛哦。
I want to take you back to when you were a kid and when you were growing up, but I'd like to start by talking about your parents. What do you think you learned from your mom?
For me, I am a special mix between my father and my mother because are very different person. My father is more crazy, open, like this. My mother is more close, more quiet. But she have a great passion for the sports. She understands that a sport is very important for growing up in a good way because give to you a lot of good things in that helps you in a normal life also. And also she like a lot motorcycle racing because she growing up with my father, you know. So she pushed me a lot to race.
What do you think you learned from your dad?
Graziano give me the passion for races and helped me a lot for my career. And also Graziano is work hard, but is never serious. He's always funny.
When you were 14, your mom and dad separated.
For me before, I was 10 or 11.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you think that impacted you? Looking back now,
it was better like this because they always fight, you know. So when you are a child and you have 10 years old and you see your parents always fight, is not good. It's a good atmosphere, you know. When they separate, for me it was better for my life because first of all, my father was more give me more pressure. Also with the school, you have to study, you have to take these votes. If not, you have to stay at home like this.
我听到这一段还是很压抑的，所以说呢，跟各位还在学的朋友共勉之，除非你在其他领域能够出类拔萃，否则还是别放弃，继续当个做题家吧。
Yeah.
My mother was more open. She trusts more in me. So when they separate, I go with my mother. So for me, my life became more easy.
And she moved out of Tavolia to a nearby town.
Yes, before we live in Tavuglia, and after my mother moved to Montecchio, that is a place like 5 kilometers. It was a bit difficult at the beginning because I have to change the school. I was not in the school with my good friend.
I understand your dad was very strict, that
Yes.
the two of you would argue a lot. How so?
Now, you know, you have a moment, a part of the life, the relationship with your parents, with your father is always difficult, you know. But now we are okay.
Right.
Yes, when I become more old, like 20 years old, we have a good relationship. Yes, you understand more your father, no, because you become more old. You know, at the beginning, when you are very young. In general, you don't want any restriction from your parents.
Right.
You want to be free and go around, don't study. So the parents there, they have to put you under pressure for try to follow a good way.
I was amazed when I read this, that the two of you just started saying, I love you to one another.
Yes, first of all, I don't call him mom and dad, but I call him Graziano and Stefania.
And why? I found that interesting.
But I don't know why. Because our relationship is not very much of hug or kisses like this. We stay always part of our character. They have me when they are very young. Graziano have 25 years, I think. My mother is more young, so 22. So when I arrive, they are very, very young. So I feel them like more like friends.
Tell about the crash that your dad had that caused him to stop racing.
He raced in one race in the Italian Championship, and he had a big crash with the slow rider, with the lapped rider. In a fast corner for overtake, they touch, And it was a very bad crash, and he was very, very close to death. He stayed in coma like 4 or 5 days. So when he come back, he don't see from one eye. And I remember him, I stayed with him at the beginning in the hospital, and he have one eye like this, like the pirates, you know. Now he's okay. So
how did that crash, you think, impact your mom's interest in you getting into racing?
Yeah, my mom at the beginning was scary, because Graziano have a lot of crashes, so not easy, a difficult career. My mom was a bit scary.
What sacrifices do you think your parents had to make so you could pursue racing?
Graziano helped me very much at the beginning of my career, and because I was the son of Graziano. Graziano was famous because he raced in 500, so he was a famous rider, also for his style. So he helped me very much. And
racing isn't cheap though, either.
Yeah, they spend money. So I don't know if without Graziano I become a MotoGP rider.